Well, it's been just under 2 months since the coronavirus outbreak forced the doors to the New York Stock Exchange closed. Now, as they reopen, Charlie Gasparino has been covering it through the pandemic. And Charlie, what will a post-coronavirus stock exchange look like, and who gets to walk through the door first?
Yeah, I have some breaking news on Kelly Loeffler and her insider trading investigation, which, as you know, is related to the New York Stock Exchange because her husband runs the stock exchange. Jeff Sprecher is the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange through the holding company known as ICE, and also the trades in question involve him as well. So I'll get to the New York Stock Exchange reopening or limited reopening in a minute, but I just want to make a couple points here regarding Kelly. From what we understand from inside the campaign, it is being consumed by these charges. And the number one thing that Kelly Loeffler has to do, according to people inside that campaign, is get these charges behind it. So what we understand is, as we reported earlier in the week, she was going to reach out to the SEC to try to get them to give her a clean bill of health. The first step in that process occurred yesterday, where she had conceded that she had given voluntarily documents to the SEC and other regulators relating to those trades that occurred right after she got a private briefing about the coronavirus. Then there was a ton of stocks that she sold on behalf of her and her husband. She's bringing that to the SEC, and they're hoping to get some sort of a clarification or some sort of word from regulators that she did nothing wrong. Again, that's a very high bar, Liz. Usually doesn't happen, but that's what they're actually hoping for. Again, the trades involve her and her husband. We reached out to the stock exchange to ask if Jeff Sprecher has been contacted by the SEC. They won't say. And Sprecher and Kelly Loeffler, for example, won't say whether she had heard that the SEC was going to ask for the documents, and that's why she gave it up. So there's still a lot of gray area here, and we'll have to see what happens. In terms of the New York Stock Exchange opening, I raised the question with senior officials in New York state government today. How could the New York Stock Exchange floor open when other businesses that are non-essential can't open in New York City? As you know, New York City is largely still on a lockdown. Governor Cuomo said, sometime in June, he can lift a lot of those non-essential businesses from being locked down. I always thought the floor of the stock exchange was a non-essential business. New York Stock Exchange is an essential business because we need trading. But the floor, as you know, has been down, and they're still trading because they have an electronic aspect to it. When I got back from the New York State Governor's office was that the New York Stock Exchange as a whole, including the floor, is essentially considered essential. So the New York Stock Exchange floor can reopen. So that's how they're getting through this thing. And as you know, from the op-ed that was in the Wall Street Journal yesterday that announced the move from Stacey Cunningham, the president, is going to be a very limited reopening. The designated market makers, which are some of which are the newer equivalent of a specialist that runs a stock on the stock exchange floor that lists there. They're going to keep doing it remotely. There'll be some independent brokers let in, a very, very few. It's going to be done based on the size of the firm and how much volume they handle. And it's going to be done through social distancing and with masks, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes on. But if you want to know why the stock exchange has been able to open the floor, and remember, it closed the floor because it was for a time there were people coming down with COVID on the floor of the stock exchange, and they were worried about the proximity of everybody down there leading to more infection, so they closed it. The reason why the floor is able to open is because it's essentially part of the New York Stock Exchange, which is an essential business like other banks. So that's where we are right now. If I get more, I'll give it to you, Liz. Back to you.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, keep on talking for once. All three indices have turned green in this hour. Thank you, Charlie.